Hello everyone, this is White Wolf, and we're going to be going live talking about this. It was so funny because I was getting a bunch of new hats, and one of these hats has a smiley face on it. So there's a reason why you make a choice. There's a reason why you make that choice, or you go to that place, or you allow yourself to meditate in a much different way, because we're all changing and growing and intersecting and interweaving these timelines and these experiences in this prophetic energy that is coming in so vastly and so rapidly. And it's allowing us to see that there's a lot of change, there's a lot of growth, there's a lot of things coming into this earth plane that we don't quite understand. But we're able to interpret the energy and to interpolate it, but also be able to adopt it. So it's not a sense of indoctrination, but it's a sense of knowing who you are in that moment and feeling into that energy and feeling into that presence and feeling into that aliveness of that energy. If you want to feel alive, if you want to feel ready, do something for another person. Do something for yourself so that you're able to do things for other people. But once we get to a level of service and we get so far out into the realm of the absolute in the quantum, we allow ourselves to channel the energy of the future because we're maintaining that present awareness. So understanding that when we are doing things out of a kind nature, doing things out of a kind gesture, but also doing things out of gratitude and being able to play with the energy, being able to play with the energy that is present, rather it's prosperity, rather it's allowing yourself to try a new routine. But energy is energy, and everything that we try to tap into is energy. And seeing it as that, seeing it as an energy to step into, and knowing that you will walk through those gateways, you will walk through those portals, and you will be able to channel from those gateways, portals, and universes that are inside of you as a density, as a form of consciousness. So I wanted to open up that with this live, but I hope you guys are enjoying the live, and I wanted to say hi, and I wanted to just allow you to just feel the sense of joy and the sense of a new beginning. A sense of a new beginning, because there are so many things that are changing on this earth plane. So many things. Life is full of uncertainty and life is full of variety, and it should be spontaneous and exciting, and it should allow you to light a fire under yourself at any given moment, not having to search for the excitement of that moment. But when you are able to literally have a client for like 30 minutes and you felt like the energy shifted, that's amazing. When you're interacting with someone and you're talking to your friend and you're trying to cheer up that friend, and after 20 minutes or 30 minutes of talking to them, they're a changed person because you took the time to listen. Or you took the time to pick up that trash that was laying out by the dumpster that someone forgot to just throw into the trash. It's simple things like that. It's the simple things of life that allow you to see it from a different vantage point. So a lot of us are channeling the energies of our ancestors, but also the energies of our archangels and the energy of our higher selves. So everybody is different, and everybody has a different energetic combination and certain parameters that they follow. It's just finding what works for you and putting it into the scope of energy that makes sense for you. You have to have a sense of sense and sensibility, and then you have to have that familiarity and that relatability while you're having a waltz with the Creator. And it's very profound and it's very deep when you have that sense of fluctuation and rejuvenation. Everything has a meaning, everything that you see. Literally, you could see, we had a couple semis pass us, me and my girlfriend, and there was certain messages that was wow, that resonated, or that felt that's what I needed to hear. So you have moments of moments in your life like that is reflecting back to you that you're on the right track. They're just giving you signs, giving you wonders, but also giving you a breadcrumb trail of excitement that allows you to understand that it's not a belief or an idea, but it's just energy, and it's just consciousness, and it's just you reflecting the Creator, God, back into itself. That it's always reflecting back to you, but it's also giving you the keys to your destiny. It's giving you the winds of change, but it's also giving you a synchronization of all of your energy that you've ever tapped into. So it's synchronizing everything. It's allowing everything to be in sync. It's allowing everything to recalibrate itself, but it's also allowing everything to have a sense of reasoning, by transcendence. So when things in your life feel like that they don't happen for any reason, or that they just feel like they go out of whack, or it's haywire, or it's just a nervous energy, that means that that is a wave of distortion, and that is an infringement not only upon your own free will, but it's not allowing you to tap into your free will when you give your power away to certain thoughts, certain emotions, but also certain progressions of energy and reality. So it's learning how to understand that this is a new era, this is a new wave of energy, but this is a new quantum shift that we're going into. And it's allowing ourselves to tap in to that perfected yin and yang, but also that sense of unity and that sense of harmony and that sense of balance within the energetic swing of things. So a lot of us have been working very hard. A lot of you have followings online. A lot of you have been going live a lot like I have. But if you can have your life have a sense of ease, but also have a sense of flow, have a sense of consistency, but also has a sense of drive, and that it has a sense of focus, and that there's a theme and there's a narrative that's tied to that. But also what you did is that you literally cut ties or the energetic bondages that were binding you to those specific places, things, and relationships that allowed you to see that there can be something different always, because there's always billions of parallel realities and experiences and manifestations and energies that we're tapping into that have already happened and have made different decisions. So there's another version of you that's already made a decision. And we're also fulfilling the prophecies. We're also fulfilling the prophecies with our monad, the I am presence, the 12 aspects of ourselves that are awakening at the same time. So there's 12 prophecies that all prophets, that all gods on this earth plane are fulfilling at this time. So a lot of you could have another I am presence that's in an alternate universe, but also on a different planet. So a lot of you don't realize what your soul is doing, and that's why we're tapping into true simultaneity. But that means that we are true omnipresence, and that we are truthfully the human manifestation of God, like Jesus was. But there's many different prophets, and there's many different reasons why we have to do the things that we do on this earth plane. So, like this person asked this question, is higher self running your lives? The higher self allows you to run your life more fluently because you're channeling from that sense of truth and you're awakening to your God aspect. So the higher self is really just using you as a divine instrument to implement the more things that you want to generate and to create and to channel within your life, but also is the true manifestation of life that allows you to pull that life towards yourself and mirror it back as it needs to with unconditional love. So ego can run your life if you give your power away to it. It can run your decisions. It could influence your decisions. It could allow you to focus on things that don't matter, which will allow you to not have a sense of direction or what people think of you, or I don't have enough money, I am lacking of something, or you lack empathy within yourself. So that's kind of a perfect question for this entire live, because it draws everything, because we have to know what is really divine truth and what is channeling that higher self instead of just channeling the mind. But when you channel the higher self, you're channeling the mind, body, and the spirit. And I hope you guys are doing well. I see a lot of familiar faces. I'm glad to see you guys. And also, one thing I want to let you guys know is I'll be going live in a couple of hours to do readings and healings and activations for you. So all you have to do is like, share, and gift. And this message came very strong. And it was almost like I had to drop everything to do this. And I had to channel this, but I also had to put it in a way that makes sense. But also to demonstrate love and to demonstrate that peace and to see how we're stepping away of human conditioning. We're stepping away of focusing on things that don't matter, but we're also stepping away from designing the lives that we don't want, or getting worried or muddled into outcomes or details, or having misaligned perceptions of what it means or how it will happen or how it will manifest, but to know that it's already manifested. I just have to tap into that vibration, and almost as if you're teleporting into that future manifestation. So a lot of us have been many different things in past lifetimes. You could have been extraterrestrials. A lot of you could have been angels. A lot of you could have been so many different things. But all of it was just to get you to determine what is the light and the dark aspects, and how do you bring them together, and how do you make that yin and yang, that divine feminine and that masculine, as one, because that's what we're all seeking for, is to tap into this oneness. So it's a new era because there's so many people that are awakening and have many different prophetic gifts. Some of you are going to be able to time travel or to teleport or to allow yourself to manifest anything. A lot of people find money in their cars after they just left their car. And it's understanding that you have the ability to do that, but we do it with a sense of accountability, and we do it with a sense of responsibility. And we do everything from the vantage point so that it can allow someone to feel empowered within themselves. We're here to give humans peace. We're here to show humans another way. But we're also here to show humans to channel from their own intuition, coming from the gut, coming from the heart, and then to the mind. So it's that perfect Infinity 8 symbol, because I've been saying this for weeks. And the reason why I've been telling people this is because when you channel from your gut and your heart and your mind, that's the perfect symmetry of the Infinity 8 symbol. So we're becoming that. And that's why I've been using the Kundalini energy, is because it's an energy of release, but it's an energy that is rejuvenating. It gives you a new burst of star magic, and it gives you a new burst of alchemy very quick. So it's like you're healing, and I see all of you. I hope you know. A lot of you are like, hi, hello guys. It's good to see you all. And I will be live a couple hours later to do readings and stuff. But I wanted to really get to the point to this understanding that everybody has a gift, and everybody has something to share, and everything has meaning, and everything has a spiritual origin. So to see ourselves as that is really trying to get past our mind and allow it to sink into our heart. And channeling from the heart and doing things from the heart and wanting to have a life of fulfillment and acceptance, that means you have to accept everybody else and the way that the world is right now so that it can open up to change. Because we can't sit in judgment of the world for the world to change. And we're not here necessarily to change the world, but we're just here to spark change. We're just here to inspire. And to inspire the others that will listen to this and resonate with it. And that's what I've done with all of my messages that I've ever done in my entirety of going live, was to give the message rather anybody else was watching. Because it didn't matter if anybody else was watching. It was because that the universe needed it. So it's kind of like that saying, like doing the right thing even though nobody's watching, so that you don't feel like you have to have a sense of acknowledgement for it or a reward for it, because that's not giving and receiving either. But to just do something out of love, out of honor, out of integrity, out of a sense of reason, and that signs of complexity and that signs of energy within you, to know that we're all aligning our energy for the highest good of everyone else. So, because you want to be like the superhero in the movie doing the things, and you can't have a sense of question or doubt if you want to be that Avenger that wants to do certain things, right? Because you can't be a wimpy superhero. It just kind of wouldn't work, you know? You can't be a superhero that's afraid to fight crime, because then you're not going to fight any of the crime that is present, right? So it's not being afraid, and it's knowing that awakening allows us to not be afraid to do things. or be afraid to do the cold plunge in the morning, or being afraid to get on top of your thoughts in the morning. And some of you will literally do things like, one day I want to walk on the hot coals, because that's demonstrating that you have that much faith. And sometimes God's source energy and the great I am just wants you to demonstrate obedience, but also demonstrate that faith within yourself, that that you're in the palm of his hand, her hand, whatever hand. How you experience God, and everybody experiences God in a much different light than I do. But how you experience it and how you implement it within your life, that's what makes it more buttery, and that's what makes it have more flavor and more delicious. So you have to find the right ingredients. It's kind of breaking stuff down so simple in a grounded form that you're able to be universal within your messages, or within the way that you demonstrate love and the way that you carry yourself. It's not about having this holy un and thou complex, but it's really just understanding that I am energy. I have the ability to control my energy, but I have the ability to change the energy around me, and I can be a driving force of good nature, of good love, of good faith. And one of the things that my guides told me to say was consecration. I remember I did a live feed years ago, being consecrated within your faith, and that means that you're really dedicated to it. But faith and love and prosperity, gratitude, prophecy are all the same thing. It's all the same concept. It's all the same demonstration. No matter how many ways you describe it, it all leads to the same universal truth, because all paths align you to that vibration. All paths seem to find you back to that one point. And because I see so many different anointed people that I take lesson from, and I am able to hear motivation, or hear empowerment, or hear about psychic gifts, and you're able to combine it as one. And sometimes it's just not taking yourself too seriously and faking it until you make it, and not being afraid to continue it, because right before we manifest something or achieve something or do something very big in our lives, right before we get there to the precipice of it, even if we're pushed to it, we give up. So there can be all of these other things trying to come against you. It could be circumstance, it could be opposition, it could be a strained relationship with your mother. It could be so many different things. But that doesn't have anything to do with you, unless it's something you have to clear. But it doesn't have anything to do with you as a person, with you as the person who's awakening, with you accompanying this new era. It's a new era, it's a new energy, and the old energies are going away for good on this earth plane. It could be the way society is. It could be uncertainty. It could be fear. It could be lack of something. It could be a lack of authenticity. It could be how everything in the world is run. But it's really just showing us and demonstrating to us that we have the power to not stay that way. And that's the key, and that's the power of it. You don't have to stay within that box or within that energy. You can have a great life. You can have great relationships. You can make great actions and change the causes and effects. But if you allow yourself to make that decision right here, right now, and to always give your life to source, and then the rest is a piece of cake. If you just allow yourself to be obedient, allow yourself to demonstrate that grace, and you don't have to be perfect. And that was one of the things that my guides wanted me to really emphasize, if you are a perfectionist, that's okay, but honor that. Honor that you can get angry, or honor that you can get triggered, but also just look at it and don't stay there, but allow yourself to just kind of shift your focus. And that's what it is. And we don't have to go to the supermarket and feel everybody's energy, because we can allow ourselves to be that energy that pushes out. And we always have humble beginnings all the time. Every day I have a humble beginning when I meditate. Right before I had a client, I had some sadness, abrupt sadness come over me. But it was almost like Source was using that Kundalini energy within me to just... That's why a lot of people right now, they want guidance. They want to hear a message. They need peace of mind, peace of body, stability within their life. Or they've been living their life a certain way and they're just kind of tired of it, right? And I can come from experience, when you're just completely tired of something, you're absolutely over it. And you want to know how to get past that and to breach over and to cross over into the absolute. So it's just a stepping off point of having complete freedom, but also having complete honor, having complete demonstration of unconditional love, and being humble. It doesn't mean that you're not confident, because we've confused confidence with arrogance, and that's actually a smug arrogance and a smug confidence. But being empowered and motivating and having drive and having inspiration. I was literally on a run this morning, or afternoon, I should say. And I was telling myself, I want to make $3,000 a year. I'm a good man. I love myself. I love my life. I love my partner. I love everything that is happening for me in this highest timeline, while I was on a run. And my guides were like, say that to yourself. And it's kind of like when you hear that voice of spirit telling you to do something that you've been putting off, or just for God to tell you to do something, is usually the best thing to do when you're being told to do it out of obedience. And it's not like mom or dad is yelling at you, because that never felt good in your guys' lives, most likely, or mine. And when you're at the precipice of giving up, or that you're done, or that you're finished, or that you feel like you're at your weakest, that's when you're at your strongest. And that's usually when you get the best out of God, out of yourself. When you're completely at your weakest, or when you think that you're at your weakest, or you feel like you're out of alignment, or you feel like you don't deserve this because you haven't breached that state. But we have to look at it that we all have these thoughts, and we all have these emotions, and we all have these things that we want to manifest. So how do I set the intention, but also how do I fulfill the prophecy? And how am I able to alter the prophecy as well? Because sometimes there can be certain situations, experiences that you have to experience. But sometimes you're able to alter it because they weren't the timelines meant for you in that specific vibration or energy. So that's why there's this sudden shift, and that it's the greatest time to be alive to receive meditation, because you're able to be yourself. You're able to be on your phone. You're able to be out in nature. And there might be some judgments, but there's not as much. But there's so much love to be accepted within yourself and with others, to generate communities, to generate civilizations, but also to allow everybody to mass channel and to generate the co-creation of the divine obedience and the divine orchestration of what the divine wants to use you as a divine instrument. And that's what's beautiful. So I want to thank you guys so much for liking, but we're going to be doing some healing energy as well. So I'm going to check with my guides and see if they want me to say anything. And sometimes when you just have allowance, when you allow for the flow, or when you allow things to germinate, and as those seeds are being planted, maybe you just have to wait for that tree to get at least 3 feet, at least 5 feet. And then once you're able to set the precedence and set everything into motion so that you're allowing yourself to set the miracle into motion, that you're allowing everything to be in a position so that you're allowing that domino effect, but also that chain reaction and that spontaneous combustion of things being put out into the ethers. So it's like you're sending shooting stars, and what you're really doing is that you're sending light codes and different DNA and different energies out into the ethers so that they are able to tap into that energy. So we don't realize what we do all the time when we're doing healing energy or giving a message, or even within our spirits, because sometimes in our dreams we're able to allow people's DNA to be changed, or soul retrievals, or in your dreams that you're on like a quest or a mission. So every time that we think of our reality, that we're continuously moving all the time and progressing and aligning to the energy of the prophecy that's being laid before us. And it's just allowing yourself to live your life as if the doors of heaven are laid at your feet. Allow yourself to live your life as if the doors of heaven are laid at your feet, and that you can take a walk into the clouds, and that this heaven is yours. And that's the point of this entire message, is that we're escaping the energy of our own hell. Because the demonstration of what we're supposed to live is to find out what is our heaven and what is our hell. Are we eating from the tree of knowledge, or are we eating from the tree of life? So I know that's a different a different truth, but it leads to the same thing. If you hear all philosophies, if you hear all stories in history, anything, it doesn't matter. It all leads to the same thing. And we realize that we are all the same. Yes, we may be different, but we are individuated. We are an individual that has this autonomous knowledge that allows it to channel from its own source of energy. So the less we assume, we absolutely know more. And when we allow ourselves to not have to know everything, we allow the container to know, but we also allow the filter to be aligned. And we allow ourselves to have a purified filter. So we're going to be doing healing energy. We're definitely going to be doing a lot of the Kundalini energy. So everybody accept this healing energy. And as you are receiving this healing energy, just know that you can book private sessions. And I will be going live probably in a couple hours again to do some readings and healing. So I think probably around 11. I'm going to try to shoot for 11. If it's any later, it'd probably be like 12. So I want to thank you guys, and hello everybody. I know I'm seeing all of you. So I'm looking at your guys' comments. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the gifts, and also thank you for 10,000 likes. But we're going to be, I'm Eastern, and my estimated time would probably be 11 or 12. So that would be my estimated time. So that's where I'll be giving readings and healings and things of that nature. Because my guys wanted me to do this message, but they also wanted me to, because I have a lot of readings and healings that I'll be doing. So I'll be making TikToks letting you guys know that as well, that on this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I will definitely be doing live readings and stuff like that. And all you have to do is like, share, and gift. So let's allow ourselves to receive this healing energy. Allow yourself to tap in to your angels, to your guides, to your higher self, and also just allow yourself to get in a relaxed state of consciousness. So we're going to tap into the Kundalini energy, have that sense of release, but also have that sense of rejuvenation. Archangels of love and light, who's one that cleanses of our auric field, tapping into God Source energy and the great I Am, diving deep into Middle Mother Gaia Earth, north, east, south, and west. So Archangel Michael is going to give you a heart activation. And Jesus is putting up a protection grid as well. And the Apostle Paul is coming in with very loving, healing energy within a golden aura. Mary Magdalene has stepped forward to let us all know that we are the new era, the new age, the new golden age, and a new dawning of a new era of enlightenment. Also letting us know that we're going to be channeling the energy of the quantum and also the absolute reality. The absolute reality is when you resonate from 8th density. It is a reality beyond sight and seeing, but also manifestation by thought. Being able to encompass the power, to be positionless, but to be able to create whatever you need to. And the quantum allows us to channel the energies of different stars, different particles, psychic atomic energy. It allows us to become that particle accelerator. That little tiny speck of creation that turns into star blast magic, and that is sent out with new DNA light codes, psychic insight, healing energy, prophetic energy. And allow yourself to be that reason that someone is at peace. And stepping into the service, stepping into giving and receiving. That we are the disciples of this new age. We're allowing ourselves to debunk the human conditioning of suffering, of lack, false sense perceptions, and false aligned emotions, so that we're able to change the polarity of positive and negative, but allow ourselves to balance out the light and the dark energies. The dark blue galactic dragon is going to give you your fifth dimensional blueprint, but to see the outline of your deep water horizon as a blueprint to know, to grow, and to emulate. And that we're all crossing over into this new energy. Activating the ears, activating the nose, activating the head. We're going to activate the Sophia codes. And we're going to activate alternate realities. Past, future, and present is happening all simultaneously. We're also going to emulate the lion. The lion is courageous. A lion protects its own. And a lion is also a semblance of royalty. Also the violet flame, the bionic blue light from the ninth dimension, and also a pink energy is coming through. Also accepting the inner child as well. Allow yourself to have acceleration. Allow yourself to open up. Tap into the energy of reciprocation. Everyone take one last deep breath. Exhale. Raise the vibration. Ground. Reciprocate it. Lock it in. Remember. And just remember yourself now. I hope everybody really enjoyed the healing energy. I hope you guys enjoyed the message. Also, if you guys want to book private sessions as well, just let me know. Also, I will be going live in a couple of hours doing readings, healings, activations. All you have to do is like, share, and gift. And my prices are $70 for 1 hour, $60 for healing activations, Akashic records, and things of that nature, and $30 for 40 minutes. And really the whole point of this entire live was to really let you guys know that new things are coming. Especially June is a very big month for us. I might do an energetic update for June, maybe one day. But the energies are coming vast, and also just allowing ourselves to become more prosperous, but also using our imagination from our inner child, and also just allowing ourselves to use that truth and to really adopt it and to imbibe it and allow it to shine through us, you know? So we don't have to take ourselves so seriously. We don't have to make everything complex, but sometimes it's just allowing yourself to just say, one of the things that I used to always say, I use this an Ice Cube song, Check Yourself Before You Wreck Yourself, or this Tim McGraw song, I like it, I love it, I want some more of it. That's what we want with meditation. Like, we don't want just this energy, but we want the next energy. We want more energy. We like it, we love it, we want more of it. So, and that's kind of how we should think about our meditation. Even as silly as it sounds, even as ridiculous as it sounds. But but it works, you know? And sometimes, you know, we can talk like in highfalutin, you know, spiritual language and energy speak, but sometimes it's just relaying the message with relatability, you know? Just be relatable, be familiar, but also just be true and don't tell people what they need to hear. Oh, no, don't tell people what they want to hear. Tell people what they need to hear. It's not flawless, okay? It's not perfect. Because you can't tell people what they want to hear. You got to tell people what they need to hear. So I want to thank you guys so much. God bless. Also, book private sessions. I know some of you are laughing at me. Some of you are laughing at me. And I love that you're laughing at me. Because sometimes you want something to come out a certain way, and then it comes out another way. So, but I want to thank you guys. I'll see you guys later. And also, book private sessions as well. Just contact me on TikTok, Facebook, Jacob Wolf, but refer to me as White Wolf, just to be professional. And also YouTube, White Wolf the Oracle, Instagram, White Wolf 4741, and BitChute, White Wolf the Oracle 23_@ I have my PayPal and Cashapp link in the description below. I'll put it in there like one more time. And I want to thank you all so much for receiving and so much for listening. And I will see some of you later if you guys are up, but also just allowing people to have community and to receive and things of that nature. So I want to thank you guys. God bless and namaste. See you.